by 33 over the LA Clippers. James Harden traded to Cleveland for Darius Garland and a second-round pick. Clippers get 25 from Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi bruises his 20 straight points in a game to 29. That streak continues. They get 19 from John Collins. Kawhi Leonard now one behind Blake Griffin, who had it 30 straight games back in the 2014 season. Well, the Clippers fall here to the Cavaliers 124-91 for David Bartley, our engineer, Joey Kimball, our statistician, Adam Oslin, who will take you the rest of the way. And Daniel West, our producer, back at the studio. I'm Carlo Jimenez saying to talk to you in a few on your Clippers Audio Network.
Okay, I'm sorry, but you all are tripping. No one came back down 26 with 6 minutes left. Third quarter.
So I looked up in the media.
It's not your fault.
I know.
It's their fault.
It was in 10 minutes in the third. I don't know where they got 6
I'm
minutes.
telling you,
in
that's
the fourth.
impossible.
Yeah.
That's impossible.
Well, Phoenix did it against us.
Not in 6 minutes.
No, it was like 11, but last year.
The most anybody's come back in a fourth quarter, like just to start the fourth quarter, has got to be like, I don't know, Lakers got us down 21.
Yeah. It's got to be Phoenix.
It might be 25.
I don't know. I think Phoenix was the largest in franchise history, tied.
For who?
One lead for us.
The Phoenix game?
That would have
guys. Clippers lose. We got to the point tonight where we're talking about past Clippers Cavs games because it got out of control. Clippers lose. They don't have enough ball handling out there right now. That was hard to watch. They need Darius Garland. We'll play what he said at the half.
And they were ice cold from three, man. Like,
Yeah,
really
I mean,
bad.
I'll give the Cavs credit. They were fantastic. They've been one of the best teams in the league the last 3 weeks. They look like last year's Cavs team again. They're executing very well.
Dude, I don't know if I've ever seen 45 points off turnovers.
I did not expect that.
I've saw only one in the last 7 years. It was OKC who did it this year.
Oh, really?
But I kept looking back. That could be up there with all time for any team.
Right? 45 is crazy. Oh, sorry.
Rob Smith is laughing at us right now.
That's all right.
Go Sport, Explorer, Expedition, and many more.
They just keep trying to win a
Surprising lease
championship.
offers,
They went all
low
in.
financing, and special trade assist cash to get you into the Ford
These deals end February 16th.
President's Day.
So get to your Southern California Ford dealer right now.
Don't miss your chance to snag a Ford Legend. Act now at your Southern California Ford dealers.
The game is done.
Wrap this one up.
Now the reaction begins. This is Clippers Locker Room, your post-game look at the LA Clippers
On the LA Clippers Audio Network.
Now, your pre- and post-game host, Adam Oslin.
Clippers fall big at home to the Cleveland Cavaliers with a final score of 124-91 in a game where both teams were shorthanded, but the Cleveland Cavaliers simply outclassed the Clippers in this one. Clippers losing big, down by as many as 35. Final score 124-91 in favor of the Cavaliers. Welcome into your postgame show. I'm Adam Oslin. Coming up, we'll talk Darius Garland in just a little bit here. We will get to his halftime presser. We'll play that for you guys as well. But first, we're rejoined by a radio voice of the Clippers in Carlo Jimenez. Carlo, you just brought it up, but this was close to a historically bad game when it came to points off of turnovers the Cavs scored on the Clippers.
Yeah, 47 points off 24 Clipper turnovers. I mean, nobody's winning a game in which you give up nearly 50 points off turnovers, and Cleveland just got anything they want, turning defense to offense. It was an impressive performance by Cleveland. They really put their foot down, dominated the end of the first half, the start of the second half. Clippers were never really in it after that, and the Cavaliers came away with the season sweep. An odd night for the Clippers as they go through the growing pains of not having James Harden, a player they built their offense around. How do they find rhythm offensively? They'll continue to learn and grow from this one. But I think for the Clippers, you just got to understand this is going to be a process. And once you get Darius Garland back, that process will pick up really fast.
Yeah, no doubt. Not just without James, but the cavalry hasn't arrived from the Cavaliers yet. in Darius Garland. Clippers starting a rookie in Kobe Sanders. They simply just did not have enough guys to distribute out there, to create for themselves, to get others involved. This Clippers offense was pretty much either Kawhi Leonard going ISO and just using his magic, or there were turnovers tonight, and unfortunately far too many of them.
Yeah, far too many of them. Far too many of them leading for open looks for Cleveland. Donovan Mitchell had some tough moves in this game. Jared Allen was excellent in the paint. And we talked about not only are you missing James, or you're missing the player your offense was designed around in James Harden, who you traded, but Noah Zubac in this game, who, by the way, had been averaging 25 and 17 his last 2 seasons against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and is the only player in the last couple of seasons to have a 20-20 game against Cleveland.
We're talking about one of the best front lines in the league.
Yeah, Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, the guy that causes them the most problem in the NBA is Ivica Zubac, who was unavailable today for the Clippers. Hopefully they'll have him Friday against Sacramento. But for the Clippers, the cards were stacked against you to start with the guys unavailable. But I thought there's still some positive. Derrick Jones Jr. had an excellent game today. Great to see him in his return. Big time stuff from him, which allowed Chris Dunn a little more rest. John Collins continues to play at an elite level for the Clippers. So those two guys still played well despite the Clippers falling in this one. And you just hope from now on the Clippers can find more rhythm offensively.
And also Kawhi Leonard, 29th straight game with 20 or more points. He was impressive making that run by himself. I believe it was a 9-0 run in the second quarter to get the Clippers close enough to at least make a push right before the half. Unfortunately, Cleveland pushed back with a 12-0 run as soon as he went to the bench in this ball game. And they had 17 steals. A lot of that, of course, coming off of some unforced turnovers by the Clippers, as they just looked a little bit discombobulated out there. First game officially with James Harden now playing for the opposition. He's a Cleveland Cavalier, and we wait for Darius Garland to return to this Clippers team and to make his first appearance. We saw him in the building, but he wasn't exactly wearing a jersey out there on the court, Carlo. But that will be that time where we can say, okay, this Clippers team is pointing right in the back in the right direction, and they're going to have an opportunity to grow with a young guard who's already a 2-time All-Star.
Yeah, and look, they got a point guard as a head coach too, in Ty Lue. He understands how to develop elite point guards. He was there for the molding years of Kyrie Irving's career. He knows how to be able to play to the strengths of his point guard. And the Clippers also have one of the best medical staffs in the league. It's talked about time and time again. Maggie Bryant does a great job leading that group, getting guys healthy. Derrick Jones Jr., by the way, coming back from injury quickly for the second straight time. Ivica Zubac came back from injury faster than expected. This medical staff is an underrated part of this Clippers team and really franchise, because they know how to help guys get back and healthy. It's a big reason why Bradley Beal chose to be with the Clippers. He felt like they had a great group here that could help him reach his full health. Obviously, he breaks the hip, but that's kind of a freak accident. Nobody can help you with a broken bone. Nonetheless, they have a reputation of getting guys healthy, keeping them healthy, and I think the Clippers will have Darius Garland back on the floor a lot sooner rather than later.
Undermanned Clippers outclassed tonight by the Cleveland Cavaliers as they win 124-91 here at Intuit Dome. Clippers dropped to 23-27 on the season. Their next game up north in Sacramento. Tip-off at 7 against the Kings. Pre-game show right back here at 6. Carlo Jimenez, great call. Safe travels back to my motherland. Enjoy it. Get some Jim Boy's tacos. We'll talk to you on Friday.
All right, Adam. I will enjoy it. Talk to you Friday. Let's go.
Coming up next, your final box score, and we'll hear from Darius Garland. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to your Clippers postgame show right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Clippers
Thanks,
fans,
Daniel.
All right, so I think we solved the mystery, Adam. Carlos still there.
may only be 82 games in the regular season.
I got
see
an
my text.
Android, so I'm
But
not
there's
able to tell what the hell this
365
is.
days to
Oh, okay.
Clippers.
So basically, I think what's happening is everyone's referencing ESPN article
Daily
where he says they were down with 6 minutes and just never clarifies
Just
that.
bad
he was
AI,
hurt.
right?
Adam Osland.
What was that?
Is it
Wherever
bad
you get your
AI?
podcast.
and be sure.
No, it was Om Young this week. He wrote an article about the game, and he just says down 94-68 with 6:35 left and doesn't put the quarter.
Okay.
double. With Boost
That's what it is.
$25.
So I think people are just quoting that because it does not specify.
Just $25
I,
a month. No price
That
hikes,
didn't, that didn't sound right to me. That sounded a
Head to
little
your
bit
local
off.
booth store
I was here.
today. Talk, text, and data.
That's, I think, impossible. You could just
Forever.
run out the clock.
Customers may experience
Like, literally, you don't have to
customers
score
pay
again.
$25
You could just
a
use the
month while they
clock.
remain active on the booster.
The best in the world are taking
Guys,
over
it's okay.
LA
We don't
this
got to melt
February.
down.
NBA All-Star
Everything's all right.
2026
We're
brings
fine.
one
Look at Carlo.
unforgettable weekend.
He's fine.
Concerts,
No,
competitions,
we're all right.
and
Carlo, what are you
matchups right
doing?
here in LA.
We got to cheer
Tickets
about.
now
Okay,
for
yeah.
NBA
There's the let's
NBA
go,
All-Star
Carlo
Celebrity
Jimenez. He's,
Game.
oh.
Rising stars and the
No, he's
NBA
saying I'm not all right.
HBCU
He's saying the
Classic.
Clippers are fine. Something's wrong with me, though.
The countdown is on. Visit
Upstairs.
NBAevents.com to secure your
That's what
tickets
this
today.
is.
NBA All-Star 2026
Look, it's a
Los
bad
Angeles.
loss.
One
He's
weekend,
calling me loco.
4
What is
epic
this? I got a big head? The inflated ego? What are you saying?
To start. Not ideal before the tailgate.
I didn't pay off Coach Lou to say that earlier today at the press
Where
conference.
friendly AutoZoner tests his battery for free. Looks like he needs a new one, so he gets a Duralast battery.
Have fun and stay warm.
And he makes it to the tailgate early enough to get his favorite spot. Free battery testing and charging. No hassles, just help.
But the game got away from us. and I was
Restrictions
texting my
apply.
cousin about
This is LA Clippers basketball. The LA Clippers. Heard exclusively on the LA Clippers audio network.
Clippers lose 124-91 here at home to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Welcome back into your post-game show. Coming up, you're going to hear from Darius Garland. He spoke with the media at the half. We'll get to your phone calls also. 866-987-2570, 866-987-2570. Do I have to give you the box score? Earmuffs for the kids. Now, the Clippers did shoot 46% from the field. They did go 6 of 28 from 3. That's bad. That's 21%. They were 3 of 20 entering the fourth quarter and down 94-68. And up in the booth, we started to think about, okay, what's the biggest comeback this team has had? And there was a game from a couple of years ago where they came back down 26 after being down 94-68 to who? The Cleveland Cavaliers. But the reference said in the program that it happened with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And we were like, oh, that's a head scratcher. There's no way they came back down 26 with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Looked it up. It was in the third quarter. So they have had big comebacks against the Cavaliers in the past. The point is, tonight was not one of those nights for the Clippers, unfortunately. They fall 124-91, shoot 46% from the field, 6 of 28 from the outside. The Cavs shot the lights out, 16 of 41 consistently in the ball game. But the biggest number that stands out, 24 turnovers by the Clippers, leading to an absurd 47 points off of those turnovers for the Cavaliers, who had 17 steals in the ball game. The Clippers did not take care of the basketball. Without James Harden, there is that culture shock out there. They're still waiting for Darius Garland. It's going to take some time. But tonight, they didn't have enough ball handlers out there and guys who could create outside of Kawhi Leonard. Thought John Collins got off to a quick start. Kawhi played well, 29th straight game with 20 or more, had 25 points, but even he had 4 turnovers and was forcing some things. But they were loading up against him. They threw in a zone with the 4.5-minute mark of the second quarter after Kawhi went to the bench, and the Clippers were only down by 8, and then they were down by 20 by the time they got to the half. They lose this one 124-91 to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Quick timeout. We'll come back. We'll close things out. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to Clippers Talk on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. So
The full Garland pressure is about 11 minutes, just so you know.
That's cool. What time are we going till? 10:30?
10:30, yep.
All right, I'll just go super quick this next segment and get to the calls. All right, guys, I have seen the report about the Pacers calling about Ivica Zubac still. I mean, that's an interesting decision. If somebody makes a Godfather offer, you better listen. You have to. I love Ivica Zubac. You guys call me a Zubac homer, an apologist all the time, a Zubac defender to the death. And yet, I'm listening. It's kind of interesting they'd be doing this now. Obviously, Indiana building towards the future. This is a lost season. They're going to get a high draft pick, get Halliburton back, and they want a big to replace Miles Turner. If they're giving up Mathurin, first-round picks, that's what you would expect.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
This is coming from Jake Fisher, just to keep you guys abreast of the situation. Do you have it plugged into here already? Would you mind turning down the return then?
Ticketmaster's got you covered as the official ticket marketplace of the
The station going to me.
The return to you?
To my ears. Yeah, the station going. The return going into here, the Focusrite. Whatever's being pumped into there.
When you're in the building, you don't just see the highlights.
So they don't hear the commercials as loud since now we're taking them. Thank you, my friend.
Okay, I made that change.
How is it, guys? What you mean Godfather offer? I mean Godfather offer. I mean 3 first-round picks, Matherin. Now I'm listening.
I mean, you'd have to listen to anybody who's going to give you any kind of offer like that.
Only problem is you get 3 first-round picks from Indiana. If they're all from them, well, they're going to start being good again. So they're going to be late first-round picks. It's like, it's tough, but I'm listening.
Let's get back at it. This is LA Clippers basketball, right here on the LA Clippers Audio Network.
Clippers lose badly at home to the Cleveland Cavaliers, 124-91. In the first game, where James Harden is no longer on the team for the first time in 2.5 seasons, and the Clippers have yet to have Darius Garland out there on the court. In the arena, it was actually not too far from us where he was sitting earlier. I took a picture of that, put it up at Follow Adam A. And you saw him acknowledge the crowd as the cameras were on him, waving. And I think this is going to be a good situation for Darius Garland. As Carlo mentioned, you got a point guard head coach, a guy who worked with someone that he's comparing Garland a little bit to Kyrie Irving. And that does make sense with his handle. And Kyrie Irving, like Darius Garland, not exactly a high flyer. We're going to hear from Darius Garland coming up, though, on Clippers Talk. Outside of Los Angeles, leaving you until Friday. Pregame show starting at 6. Clippers in Sacramento taking on the Kings in LA. Do not go anywhere. It's Clippers Talk next. Is Mio okay? Is Mio okay? He just keeps saying the same thing over and over again. That called for a timeout. I don't even know what you're saying. You just say spectacularly all over again. Mio wants a timeout. Like he's wanting to get my attention to get that timeout. Is it possible to turn it down more? The return?
By searching LA Clippers on the free. Download it now.
In the stream or in your ears?
Ready?
Whatever's going to here.
It's the President's Day Sell-a-thon. And
The Focusrite.
Our legendary horses.
Okay, turn it down more.
Bronco Sport, Explorer, Expedition, and many more.
Beautiful.
Surprising lease offers, low financing, and special trade assist cash could get
Guys, it's going to be all right.
you've been dreaming about.
These deals
I mean, yes, they have to have a sense of urgency because they started 6-21.
Don't miss your chance to snag a Ford Legend. Act now at your Southern California Ford dealers.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not.
I will be live here tomorrow during the trade deadline as it passes at 12 Pacific time at noon. They're just, I mean, the Cavs have been one of the hottest teams. They're one of the best teams. They're probably going to end up the 2 seed in the East still. They were 5th, but they're 2 games out of being the 2 seed. They played really well. They outclassed the Clippers.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel? I feel great. I can't get my feet.
866-987-2570, 866-987-2570. If you want to get on, discuss Darius Garland. I think we'll go that sound early here, Daniel. You guys can come through here. What's the problem? What's up?
Welcome in to Clippers.
All right, I'm back.
The official postgame show of the Clippers on the LA Clippers Audio Network. Load up the phones and make your feelings known. Now, your host for Clippers Talk, it's Adam Osley.
The Clippers were far too cavalier against the game against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and they lose 124-91 here at Intuit Dome after a little bit of a switcheroo with the point guard situation over the last 24 hours. Darius Garland, now a Clipper. James Harden, now a member of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Welcome into Clipper Stock. I'm Adam Osland. 866-987-2570. 866-987-2570 is the phone number. Daniel West, we're going to go to that Darius Garland halftime presser that he did with the media. Obviously, I didn't hear it. We were doing the halftime show, and even at the half, the Clippers were down by 20, unfortunately. They made a little bit of a run in that second quarter with Kawhi Leonard as he scored 9 straight points, had it down to an 8-point lead with about 4.5 minutes left in the second for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and then they blitzed the Clippers, something fierce, got up by 20 entering the half, and this one was over early. The Cleveland Cavaliers are a well-coached and very talented basketball team, but this Clippers team tonight, without having enough ball handlers because Darius Garland isn't here yet, and they are without James Harden now, who is a member of the Cleveland Cavaliers, they just look like a team that was a bit out of sorts offensively, you could say, because they finished with 24 turnovers, leading to 47 points. They desperately need Darius Garland soon. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on AM 570 LA Sports.
This is LA Clippers basketball. AM 570 KLAC Los Angeles, 98.7 KYSR HD2 Los Angeles, an iHeart radio station.
All right, speaking of the man of the last 24 hours as it pertains to Clipper Nation, let's hear from Darius Garland at the half, your newest Clipper, a 26-year-old two-time All-Star. Here was Darius Garland speaking with the media.
Can you take us through the last just 48 to 24 hours? What has it been like for you? Just navigating being in LA, but getting traded to the Clippers.
Yeah, I mean it's a blessing to be here. It was a great time in Cleveland. Started my career up there. Took a leap of faith, drafted me at 5th over 5 games of college basketball. So, and it took a leap of faith for drafting me. So, really appreciate them for everything. But as for it's been crazy. Trade happened, and I was already here, so it wasn't like that big of a move. So it was pretty easy for me. Just switched hotels basically. So, that was pretty easy. But getting to the facility, coming to the arena, being around everybody. Meeting new faces, meeting people, super cool. I feel like the new kid at school, so just trying to get acclimated and get kind of comfortable. Just getting to know everybody, seeing some of my guys here that I see a lot during the workouts in the summertime, and just being here, just having my time here. So I'm super excited being here, super excited about being with the team. It's a beautiful arena, and a new energy, new crowd. I'm super excited.
Darius in the back. I know you have a bit of a pre-existing relationship with Ty Lue, and I'm curious what your interactions have been like. When did they start, and how much are you looking forward to working with him now more formally?
Yeah, it really started like my rookie year at Summer League. I think we went to like a Kevin Hart or somebody's like comedy show. So that's where our relationship really started. And then it just grew over time, just playing against the Clippers or just coming out here in the summertime, just running into him randomly. And I'm super excited to play for T. Lue though. I know what he did with Kyrie, and that's one of my favorite players that I've watched and try to emulate a little bit. So super excited to see what he has in store for me a little bit. So super excited about that. But I know the relationship's just going to grow over time. It just grew over the last 2 days already, so I just know what a full year or maybe more after that would be.
And then just curious if you have any impressions, even just as an opponent, of some of your new teammates, whether that's coming up against Kawhi or if it's Zubats, anyone that stands out that you're looking forward to playing with?
Yeah, of course the Claw. I'm super excited to play with bro. Zubac, John Collins. Super excited to play with Dunn. Chris, that's going to be my backcourt mate, so I'm super excited about that. Just how he's just super aggressive, especially on the defensive side of the ball. So I'm super excited about that. Even the young guys, literally everybody. I'm excited about the move, period. So just can't wait to see back on the floor with them.
Hi, Darius. Justin Russo Rights. Welcome to Los Angeles.
Appreciate it.
Kind of, what is it about your skill set that you can think that you can help this team with, and what you do on the floor?
Just be a ball handler, just to bring the ball up the floor, like you said. Break a lot of pressure. The guys that's going to pressure you up the floor for 94 feet. Get into the offense, play pick and roll with some of our bigs, with Zoo, with Brooke, throw a couple of lobs to John. And then I'm going to let Kawhi work out. I mean, Claude does what he does, so I'm just going to let him work out and do what he do. But just try to make his life and everybody else's life a little bit easier. Try to get a lot of people catch and shoot opportunities. Try to catch them on a lot of cuts, a lot of lobs, hopefully. And then I just want to be aggressive as well. Look for my shot because I have to open up the floor for everybody else.
Darius Garland from the Sporting Tribune. Welcome to LA. You played here at Intuit Dome before, but now this being your home, this new arena, what do you think of it, and how do you think the energy is going to be? I know you touched on it briefly, but
it's super cool. I really mess with the wall. I like the wall a lot. It really distracts a lot of opposing teams, so I'm super excited about that. I mean, just everything, the new energy around just LA period. It feels like it's a lot of new and upcoming energy in the Intuit Dome, so I'm super excited about that. I'm just trying to bring some swag and a little bit of flair of what DJ brings to LA. I don't know what that's going to be, but hopefully it comes full circle for sure, and hopefully we just go out there and win games and just do our thing.
Darius, Mark Medina with Essentially Sports. Good to see you. How's your recovery coming along? What's your overall outlook that the injuries can be behind you?
Yeah, recovery is going good. I'm back on the court, working out, doing all the things I love to do. Just waiting on the green light. So I'm ready to hoop. So whenever we get the green light, we can go forward with it.
Darius, you mentioned Kyrie being one of your favorite players. Ty said he envisioned using you kind of like Kyrie, a young guard he can mold, score at 3 levels. Just what do you like most about Kyrie, first of all? And where do you think you've made the biggest development as a player in the last couple of years? And where do you kind of want to see yourself take that next big jump?
Yeah, I mean, Kai's Kai. And y'all all seen Kyrie at this prime, and even what he's still doing today. It's just his mindset, the way he gets into his shot, his footwork, his handle, of course, his shiftiness, willingness to get by his defender with quickness and his skill. I think we have some of the same similarities with that. But, I mean, I hope T. Lue used me like he did Kyrie in that championship run that they had. But, I'm just, whatever T. Lue wants me to be in, whatever position he wants me to be in, I'm going to do that. I'm here to win games. So, whatever he needs me to do, I'm going to.
You're listening to Darius Garland
Try to do it.
at the half, a presser with the media.
Congrats. Some bittersweet sweetness to it as well. Like when you got the news, I'm sure it was pretty shocking to you, considering what you've given to that franchise. And also, did you even have any inclination that this was coming?
Yeah, I know about it. I mean, it wasn't a shock.
How long ago?
I know about it. Yeah, it wasn't a shock though. It's the business of basketball. Like I said earlier, Cleveland was great to me and my family, and I have the utmost respect for all those guys over there in the organization. I got a lot of love for everybody over there, but basketball is a business, and that's part of it. 7 years was a really long time, and it was great. And I'm glad I'm here now. It's a new journey. Next chapter in my book. See where it's going to take me.
Well, real quick, what did your dad say, having played here years ago?
He actually haven't said too much about it, to be honest with you. He's just been trying to let me just get used to LA, get used to the Clippers and the organization. I know we definitely have a talk after this game and dissect some things, and he's going to probably put his 2 cents in. Probably my mom. I haven't really talked to her as much either. So, yeah, I'm gonna get back to you later. I know we'll be chopping it up soon.
3 more.
Darius, you mentioned wanting to come here and win games. Usually when a team is trading away veterans or a guy like James, they're going in a different direction, but everyone here has made it very clear that they're bringing you in to win as well. Like, how exciting is that for you, knowing that you're not coming into a rebuilding situation, but a situation where they're continuing to want to win games?
Yeah, I'm super excited. These guys want to win games, so do I. My last 3 or 4 years, I've been in the playoffs, so I'm trying to keep that streak continuing, especially here. Especially with the new energy and everything just new and brand new here. So I really want to just up the standards a little bit here in the Clippers organization, and everybody else on that bench does too as well. So I'm super excited about that because everybody wants to win, and that's why they brought me here. So looking forward to doing that.
Darius, Gerard Monterey, Fox 11 here in LA. Welcome.
Appreciate it.
The NBA is
2 left, 2 minutes.
So what I'm asking you is, when you've heard from teammates or competitors when they have been traded, what are some of the fears and the hopes you have after being traded now?
Our job is to win basketball games, so of course that's what we really want to do. Just get acclimated to the city, acclimated to the organization, see where you can fit in with that team and go put your best foot forward. We get a lot of money to just go play basketball, put a ball in the hoop. So that's what we plan on doing and winning games by doing that.
Last one.
There's Lumber at the Athletic, good to see you again, man. You have been in this league, a 2-time All-Star, but I'm sure a lot of people are going to get to see you play for the first time. People come to this building and support this Clippers franchise, all that. What can you tell them about what you feel like they need to know about your game and about who you are as a person, to support you?
Yeah.
1 minute.
Silly guy, like to have fun. I'm kind of cool, relaxed. A lot of people say I'm nonchalant, but I care about basketball. I care about winning games. This is what I've dreamt of doing all my life. So just want to put my best foot forward and go out there and try to do as much as I can for Clippers Nation. I want to go win basketball games. So I want to make everybody better around me. I think I'm a really good teammate. I think I'm easy to get along with. And even for the fans, I think I'm pretty easy to get along with. Want to interact with kids, want to interact with fans, make the game excited, bring some shippiness, some cool little flares in the game as well. A couple lobs, a lot of threes. Just make the game fun for everybody, fans, teammates, myself, coaches. Make teammates and coaches' life easier as well. And like I said, try to win games for the.
That's it. All right, Adam, you're hot.
Welcome back. There was Darius Garland. That was at the midway point of this ball game with the Clippers down by 20. We will unpack everything he said. Your newest Clipper, Darius Garland, speaking with the media at the half. There was 11 minutes of it. Coming up next, we'll also take your phone calls, 866-987-2570. I'm Adam Osland, and this is AM 570 LA Sports.
Hi, I'm Allie, a Toyota.
All right, so we got 2 more breaks. 2 more breaks after this.
Trucks like Tacoma and Tundra with unbelievable deals.
It ended kind of abrupt there. I thought we were off the air.
RAV4 and 4Runner.
So sorry about that.
Any adventure.
Oh yeah, getting lost on purpose. I am in.
For value.
Everybody overreacting to a loss.
Stylish, efficient.
No.
We're back.
Me too. Find your
Clippers 17-6, their last 23 games now. But I know they haven't led in a game since the Phoenix game. So it's been a little bit concerning.
Explore our full lineup of vehicles. Compare features side by side. Search our available inventory.
I'm really excited about Darius Garland. The more research I did, the more I talked with my friend Bob Schmidt about it on Fear the Fro Pod.
So for your next Toyota car,
And then hearing him talk about Coach Lou and having some elements of Kyrie Irving and what he was able to do for him, I'm excited.
Called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon. Hello? You won't believe where I am.
I know people are talking about Ivica Zubac's trade talk because of the Jake Fisher report. I'm going to just need to see more smoke than just that from Jake Fisher.
Guys, guys, I can't believe it.
I'm not saying
That was amazing. Mom, how
he's wrong or it means nothing and there's nothing to it. I'm going to need to see more to talk about that.
You may carry me to the car.
Share every drive, every month.
We're double sourcing it over here.
America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55
Yes, congrats
plus plan
to
and get
Visa
iPhone 16
Zubots
on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
and the Zubots family.
Bill credits and 2 eligible portals on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with AutoPay plus taxes plus $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us.
There's a lot to be excited about with this Clippers team. We'll take your phone calls coming back, and we'll talk a little bit about what Darius Garland spoke of for 11 minutes at the half.
This is LA Clippers basketball, right here on the LA Clippers Audio Network.
Clippers lose 124-91 at home to the Cleveland Cavaliers, but Leslie Nielsen, nothing to see here. Ignore the caution tape behind me with the game because it does feel like it was in the background a little bit because Darius Garland is now a Clipper. James Harden moves on. He's with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and we just heard from Darius Garland speaking with the media for 11 minutes at the half. So some of what he talked about there, first of all, he said super excited multiple times here, and he does sound a little bit low-key, nonchalant with his delivery, but he also stressed he really cares about basketball and winning games. That's what we needed to hear there. He had a relationship with Coach Lue going back to Summer League. They've been building on that. And he said, quote, I know what he did with Kyrie Irving with the Cleveland Cavaliers. And there are similarities in their game. You look at the handle, guys playing below the rim. There are a lot of similarities. The three-point shooting off the bounce, setting players up, pick and roll. I see it. Kyrie Irving is, he might be the greatest. He might have the greatest handle of all time. But Darius Garland has one of the best in the NBA today. He talked about what he can bring to this team offensively, being that ball handler, breaking the pressure. That's been an issue for this Clippers team at times. Running the pick and roll, letting Kawhi do what he do, letting Kawhi be Kawhi. He also said just make everyone's life easier. He also said, I mess with the wall, and he likes the new and upcoming energy at the Intuit Dome, Darius Garland. As for the recovery, this was probably the most important or crucial quote from him. He said, the recovery is going good. He's back on the court, working out, just waiting for them to give him the green light. He's ready to hoop. He also said it wasn't a shock, him being traded. He knew about it. It sounds like this was in the works for a lot longer than just, the last 48 hours or so. He wants to keep his playoff streak alive. He's been making the playoffs the last 4 or 5 straight years now, and he wants to help up the standards of what it means with Clippers basketball here. And that's what everybody's trying to do with this organization right now. Be pioneers with this team because they haven't won before. 866-987-2570. Let's go to Jamil in Pasadena. Jamil, what's up? You're on Clippers Talk with Adam Osland.
Hi, how are you?
Hold on, I'm on the radio, Mom. Say hi to the radio, Mom.
Radio?
Yeah, I'm on Clippers Talk. Hey, Adam.
Hi, Jamil and Jamil's mom. Nice to meet you.
He said, nice to meet you, Mom. I dropped off some ice trays for him. Sorry, Adam. Hold on.
Hey, it's a family-friendly show. All are welcome.
I appreciate that, man. I woke my mom up. Sorry about that. I'm kind of like a caretaker, but I hope everything is all right with you, brother. I'm gonna skip that part. I want to get cussed out again, Adam.
No, same to you and yours. Hope everything's good with you, Jamil. How are you feeling after the last 24 hours?
Good. I feel like I usually call it to be positive. So what I'm gonna do is this. I just think that it's a shock right now for the youngsters and the guys we have in the team because of how much James Harden acclimated them guys to the offense. And I think that it'll take a couple games to get this out of our system. I just hope that Tyronn Lue can implement his game plan, away from the pick and roll and back to what he was doing before, the ball movement, hitting the low post and just getting everybody touches because we need to use the whole roster of this team right now because we don't have a lot of help other than Kawhi right now.
Yeah, Jamil, ball. With what you saw tonight, they just did not have enough playmakers. They didn't have enough guys, quite frankly, to be able to handle the rock to get by against this Cleveland team.
Exactly. And with Chris Dunn, I like Chris Dunn a lot, but I feel like if he's not going to be scoring, he needs to be so just to ratchet back into just being a good defender and just making the right passes. And we should use Kobe Brown a little more. I feel like he's a big body. He can help us with those second chance offensive boards they're getting. And we struggling with the three. I think Ty Washington would be a good advantage. But like you said, it's just a lack right now. We at a loss right now until we get DG in, and it's different when you have a James Harden who runs a full offense like that. We gotta figure it out. We gotta figure it out like Friday,
I'm with you. They're up in Sacramento. That's a big game now because the Clippers have been dropping a few. They got to relocate their identity, but it's hard. There's a big adjustment period. There's a learning curve without James Harden. Jamil, I appreciate the phone call. Got to take a quick time out here. Clippers lose by a score of, I'm looking at the third quarter, they were down 94-68. The final was 124-91, and unfortunately to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Two undermanned teams, to be fair. The Cavs didn't have Evan Mobley and James Harden. The Clippers did not have Darius Garland or Ivica Zubac. The Cavs, they're rolling right now, and that's a very good basketball team. The Clippers obviously didn't show their best tonight, turning it over 24 times, leading to 47 points for the Cavaliers. More Clippers talk, more of your phone calls next here on AM 570 LA Sports.
I'm Allie, a Toyota
Yeah,
product
I may
specialist,
disagree
and I'm here to talk
on
about powerful trucks
the
like
Kobe
Tacoma
Brown
and
stuff, but
Tundra with unbelievable deals.
I don't know if Kobe Brown is still going to be on the ball club,
RAV4 and 4Runner are
about
ready
14
for any
hours from
adventure.
now. I like Kobe Brown, but he's never developed the shot from the outside, or what he did in Mizzou that last season has never materialized at the NBA level. And that's his swing skill. He had to be able to shoot from the outside. It's just not happening. The Clippers got, aside from all the turnovers, they got beat up from the outside. You look at, they're going into the fourth quarter tonight. The Clippers are 3 of 20 from 3. I think they were 2 of 17 before that. And the Cavs going into the fourth quarter, 12 of 30, while leading by 26.
Just a few clicks away on Toyota.com.
So yes, it was bad.
Car, truck, or SUV, just visit Toyota.
Down by as many as 35.
We make it easy.
They lose by 34. But they weren't generating a lot of good looks. The offense just looked like, obviously there's a wrench in it without James Harden. You got to give him a little bit of grace because of that. But also, Cleveland was a much better team tonight. What Donovan Mitchell did to Bogey on the left wing with that step back three-pointer was nasty. He lost him twice. You don't see that very often in the NBA. He had him on skates. Bogey's another guy, $16 million expiring contract. I don't know if he's going to be here 14 hours from now.
Lock in your tickets at Ticketmaster today, because nothing beats being able to say you were there. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Clippers. Grab them before they're gone. Ticketmaster.com/Clippers. And we'll see you courtside, LA.
Back to more LA Clippers basketball.
Take us with you on the iHeartRadio app.
Right here on the LA Clippers Audio Network.
Clippers lose big to the Cleveland Cavaliers here at Intuit Dome. Final score 124-91 in favor of the Cavs. No Darius Garland for the Clippers. No James Harden for the Cavaliers. I'm Adam Moslin. This is Clippers Talk, your post-game show here live from Intuit Dome. Let's get to Alan calling from the Swell. Alan's a regular here. Alan, what's up? You're on Clippers Talk.
I was all ready to call and get really upset over. I don't like all this. Oh, thank you so much, James Harden, and oh, thank you so much, Clippers fans. If the team's record was 35-10, was this trade going to happen? Was he going to demand money and then extort us in the middle of the season? I don't like being represented as if I'm grateful that he's done this. But that said, I like what how Darius sounded in the clip he played. I like that he acknowledged us in the wall. I like that he's super excited. That's his word, and we'll probably hear it 10,000 times this year. But He sounds like, and also it's so interesting.
Hey, Alan, is that a Ducati in the background or a
work.
Ninja? What type of motorcycle are you on? What's happening there?
You know what? There's some kind of, I'm riding right through downtown past Crypto, basically, and there's a horrible traffic jam, and somebody's decided, nobody enforces the muffler laws in Los Angeles. It's very frustrating.
Okay.
I
Be
think it's
safe.
actually like some Mustang in front of me, if you really want to know.
Is it a 5-0?
Anyway,
Rolling.
whatever.
I'm sorry. Continue, Alan.
Let me get real close. Let me tailgate him. Here, you want his license plate number? 9L. No, I'm going to say it. It is a Mustang, and it's somebody souped up here. I'm driving past it here. Everyone can be happy.
What type of car is Darius Garland? Should we turn the show into that type of talk? No, Alan, what were you saying?
I would love to. I mean, what does he have? Now he's got plenty of money. So there's better cars in LA. It's a car town. So what I'm saying is I like how he sounds. I guess we're just going to have to see. This team, we were winning. We're going to continue to win. Like this, just because our record, as far as I'm concerned, is like 18-4. That's the team that James Harden left. He didn't leave 23 and 20 or 20 and 23 team. And so let's see. I guess what can we do? He sounds good, and he also sounds like he's ready to play. I think they've been holding him back, basically.
Well, I'm going to put it like this, Alan.
On Friday.
I think James Harden left because he wanted to get the contract extension. That's what it was about, not so much the Clippers record. And I don't fault guys for wanting to get another payday. I just don't. But I get it.
Yeah, but would he have done it? Would he have done it if the Clippers were 35 and 10?
I'm saying, yeah, I think it was more about the money than the record. So I think that was a distinct possibility.
With him,
Well, if that's how you feel about it, I don't like getting upset with people getting more money. That's because if the shoe was on the other foot, I know how I'd feel about it. But I appreciate the phone call, and I understand you're not the only one speaking from that perspective. Quick timeout here. 866-987-2570. 866-987-2570. We'll come back. We'll get to more of your phone calls. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to Clippers Talk here on AM 570 LA Sports.
Things look so bad everywhere in this whole.
Hi, I'm Allie, a Toyota product.
Well, Daniel, I just saw your text now.
Powerful trucks.
Are there commercials
Unbelievable deals.
on 570 side?
No, but I mean, I could bring Fox Sports back a little early. I just forgot because we've done so many games that start at the top, and so we go bottom. But we have more time tonight, and also end it really early.
Stylish.
Oh, you want to go to like 45?
Me too.
Yeah, I think we could do that.
Perfect match today.
I don't care. It's up to you. What's the easiest?
Clippers fans watching from the couch is fine.
Yeah, I can put the 45 back here.
It's in the arena.
Okay.
And when you've got to be
Thank
there
you.
to catch all the sights, sounds, and styles in person, Ticketmaster's got you covered. As the official ticket marketplace of the LA Clippers and the NBA, Ticketmaster has tickets
I understand the
available to
sentiment from
every
Alan
game.
in the swell.
Even if you're making
He's not
a
the only one that
last-minute
feels like that.
decision, Ticketmaster's
You're not
got
with
you
us. You're
covered.
against
And
us.
when you're in the building,
I
you
just,
don't just see the highlights, you
if it's
feel
about
the
money,
that no-look pass
and the
that
Clippers
makes
aren't
the
giving
crowd
him the
gasp,
extension,
that
and he can get it
dunk
somewhere
that
else.
rattles the rim and shakes the arena, that buzzer beater that
It's not
has
like the Clippers
everyone
lost
on
him for
their feet.
nothing.
And even if the fit checks off the court,
You
that
got
makes
Darius
you do a
Garland out of
double
it.
take. So throw on your jersey, grab your crew, and
And
lock
a
in
second.
your tickets at Ticketmaster today, because nothing beats being able
Get the
to
second's
say
pretty
you were
inconsequential.
there. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Clippers.
Oh, we'll see. Kobe
Grab 'em
Sanders
before
and
they're
Jordan Miller
gone.
are seconds.
Ticketmaster.com/Clippers.
866-987-2570. 866-987-2570 if you guys want to get on.
Thinking, wow, great price. And
I
then a
am
few
seeing
months
if Coach
later, it's like,
Lou, any
surprise,
quotes coming out
your
from him
bills double.
post game.
With Boost Mobile, you pay $25 a month forever. That's unlimited talk, text, and data starting at just $25 a month.
We heard from
No
Darius
price hikes,
Garland.
no
That was from the half.
Head to your local Boost store today and get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower
If there's a move, I'll do Clippers after dark, but otherwise I'm going to go to bed, wake up early, and get ready for the trade deadline.
This is the Los Angeles Clippers. LA Clippers. Heard exclusively on the LA Clippers audio network.
I wanna be a first string.
Clippers lose 124-91 at home to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Moslems. This is Clippers Talk, 866-987-2570. 866-987-2570. How do you feel about Darius Garland? We enter that era, even though he hasn't played a game yet, but a 26-year-old two-time All-Star. There's some injury concerns with his ability to guard, not because he doesn't put in the effort. He does. He has the discipline. It's just he is small in stature. Something I talked with Coach Lou about pregame during his presser, I asked him about, because he liked the configuration of Chris Dunn next to James Harden in the backcourt, because he liked the fact that Chris Dunn could bring the ball into the front court, and he liked that backcourt tandem. Well, is there somebody else you'd like to see next to Darius Garland? And he said, we'll see as things go along here. There may be a better combination for a better backcourt teammate for Darius Garland, and a different one than who was next to James Harden. Maybe it's not Chris Dunn. Maybe DJ fits better with him. We'll see. He gave me love. Coach Lou said it was a good question, which doesn't always happen, but I appreciated that. Let's go to Mike in LA. Mike, what's up? You're on Clippers Talk with Adam Moslems.
Hey, Adam. So, first to address, I think the, last caller, if the Clippers are 35-10, I think this exact situation still happens. I think this was sort of the die was cast when Harden signed the contract he signed this past offseason. And I don't blame him. He wants to get, more money and lock in, a bigger guarantee, and, good for him. The thing that I would say, I don't want to say surprised, because this whole thing surprised everybody, but the thing that I find curious about the trade is that I always thought that, the future cap space was, really sacrosanct to this front office. And
it not for the right guy, not for the
into it.
because they got a guy that they think is worth taking up that cap space, who's not 36, he's 26. That's the difference here. And they still have room for another max contract.
Okay, yeah, no, I mean, I think, look, I think, I think this was a good trade. When they had the reporting that Cleveland was asking for a pick, I got nervous. I'm glad to see that, the front office stuck to their guns and actually got a pick out of it. But yeah, no, that was the one thing. Part of me was saying, "Oh, they're never going to do that because of his contract." But they did, and hopefully he's the right guy, and I'm excited to see him when he gets back from injury.
Like, there was a certain archetype of player that the Clippers would sacrifice cap space for in 2027, and he checked enough boxes. I appreciate the phone call, Mike, because he doesn't just help you now. He can still conceivably get better as a player and enter his prime in 2027 when he's 28 years of age. He just turned 26 in January. That's the type of player where you thread the needle and you find somebody that can help you now, can help you in the future. That's the perfect player the Clippers are always looking for, but they rarely come around. Now, the reason it happened, probably because of the toe issue, but also you look at some of the guys like Jalen Tyson for them tonight, who cooked the Clippers with 17 points. They have some other guys that they want to give more opportunities to. And if Donovan Mitchell was all for bringing in James Harden, and Donovan Mitchell's one of those guys that could be a free agent in 2027, well, they got to make him happy. So maybe he's felt like this season, as his scoring's been up and more's been on his plate, he knows it's not sustainable. And he needs another guy that can be a number one type of option and be a system unto himself, like James Harden. That it's a better fit next to him. We'll see. I think it's going to take time in Cleveland as well for them to make that work. So it's not just your turn, my turn, just because James Harden doesn't play much off ball. He's not. One of the flaws in his game is, while he's a great isolation player, one of the best of all time, when he first came into the Clippers, we were looking at some of those numbers the last year with Philadelphia, and we were like, well, he's good at catch and shoot threes. He's efficient, but he rarely takes them. Well, those are those off-ball three-pointers that he never really got comfortable taking. It's step back. It's what it's always been with James Harden. Off the bounce three-pointers, one of the toughest shots in the game that he has mastered. But him playing off ball, he's never fully adjusted to that. So, is it going to be my turn, Donovan's turn? We'll see. I think they can have a higher ceiling with James Harden in Cleveland. But Darius Garland is a little bit more versatile in that way because he can ISO some. He's not the ISO god that James Harden is, but he also plays really well off ball. And that's why the fit with Donovan Mitchell was pretty easy for them last season. When he was healthy and played 75 games, they won 64 games in Cleveland. It's one of the best Cavs teams of all time. They came up short in the playoffs, partially because, well, the injury to the left toe, the turf toe, with Darius Garland. That changed things for them. But I think Clipper Nation overall is going to enjoy watching this style of basketball with Darius Garland more. I'm not going to diminish James Harden and his style because I know it's not aesthetically pleasing for some, but it is effective, and that's typically all I care about. But if it's effective and it's fun to watch, well, you get the best of both worlds. And I think Darius Garland offers a lot of that. He just has so many different ways to beat you with his quickness, his three-level scoring out there. I posted a game at Follow Out of May last night that said required viewing. And I think it was from January 6th this year. They were in Indianapolis taking on the Pacers. And he had a monster game and finished them off with a bunch of floaters. And this is, less than a month ago before he sprained the right toe. And it was just beautiful to watch. Like, that's the player that we think they're getting. He said the recovery going good. He's back on the court working out. He's waiting for the green light. So we'll see. There was a report out there from Mark Medina that said maybe after the All-Star break, maybe they get Darius Garland back sooner. Maybe that's what we're looking at. If he's really feeling as good as he says he does coming off the sprained right toe. Hopefully that's the case, because if not, the Clippers could be in trouble here for a little bit, because what Allen was talking about earlier, calling from the swell, yes, the Clippers went on this run. They won 16 of 19, and then it was 17 of 22, and now it's 17 of their last 23 games. They've been losing more games now. The schedule has also gotten tougher. Part of the reason that they really turned things around was not just the way they were playing, but the level of competition. And there are stiffer tests coming up. Sacramento, obviously, we'll see what they do with the trade deadline. They have the worst record in the league currently on Friday, but the Clippers have some really tough games coming up and a tough stretch before the All-Star break. We're talking about a back-to-back in Houston coming up. The Timberwolves on Sunday. The Denver Nuggets here. Oh, that's post-All-Star break. So there's 4 more games left before the All-Star break. In Sacramento on Friday night. And then the Timberwolves in Minnesota on Sunday. Who knows? They might have Giannis Antetokounmpo at that point. And then a back-to-back Tuesday, Wednesday in Houston against the Rockets. So level of competition does matter. And that was something I kept saying when they were 16-3. I said, they're not going to be able to go 16-3 over the next 19 games. And that was even assuming James Harden was still here. I didn't know that this was going to be happening either. But I was just looking at the upcoming schedule and seeing how much tougher it got. So that plays a role. Hopefully Darius Garland is back sooner than later, because they need... The problem for this team is they are very much devoid of enough creators and ball handlers out there. So when you don't have James Harden, it becomes an even more glaring issue. When you don't have your new guy in Darius Garland, it's even more glaring. Do they end up, because we were already talking about, can they get a backup guard that can help them out for 20 to 25 minutes per night? Well, Kobe White goes to Charlotte. Colin Sexton goes to Chicago. I don't know if either of those guys are going to be moved again now. Those were two of the players we brought up at the trade deadline. Are they still going to go out and get a backup guard? Do they move Bogey's contract because it's basically an expiring contract for $16 million? Kobe Brown, there's another $4 million. Do they use a second-round pick? I wouldn't expect them to use a first-round pick on anyone. Or do they really go a different direction and make some drastic moves? People are bringing up the Zubats report out there. Indiana's still interested. How does Kawhi feel about James Harden being gone? Do some of these other guys want a change of scenery now? I don't think that's the case. I think this group is going to rally, and they're going to be led by a point guard in Darius Garland now. And we'll see that iteration of this Clippers group. But we talked about this a little bit during the game. It's like they've gone through 4 or 5 different versions of this team from the start of the season till now. It's not just James Harden being traded. Like, look at the beginning of the season. Bradley Beal was a starter and going to be a big part of this team. You may roll your eyes at that now, but we all love the fact that, they got basically John Collins and Bradley Beal for Norman Powell. And then he's out for the year. And then DJ's out. And then Kawhi Leonard's out for 10 games. And John Collins doesn't look like himself yet. And then Ivica Zubac is out. Then they start to figure things out. Kawhi goes on this heater. John Collins stays on this heater. But now there's something else that's disrupting the flow and the rhythm they had a little bit, because you got to integrate a new guy at a key position. Pretty consequential when you're changing point guards. So it could take some time. I think it's going to be a pretty easy fit with Darius Garland, but he's got to get out on the court first. I just think because of his off-ball capabilities and how unselfish he is as a player, he gets his bigs involved with Cleveland. He's been doing it for years with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. He'll do it with Ivica Zubac. And he'll be still a threat when he doesn't have the ball in his hands because of his catch-and-shoot numbers. And unlike James Harden, he's much better in that area. There's pros and cons to both players, but Darius Garland can still help stretch the floor and be a threat without the ball in his hands. James Harden, not much of a threat without the ball in his hands. So is there a possibility the Clippers could still go out and make a move to bring in another guard, not the level of Darius Garland, not anything as massive as that, but just somebody that can help out, because that was already a need. Regardless if it was going to be James Harden, now Darius Garland, that was always a need with this team. Better guard play. Then again, you do that, it's going to cut into minutes for guys. I mean, Kobe Sanders is starting right now. Jordan Miller's getting big minutes. Guess what? DJ's back. He's going to cut into their minutes already. You bring in another guard, some of this youth movement is going to be a little bit depressed. As in lessened. Not that they're literally depressed, the players. So there are a lot of trade-offs and things to consider. It's easy to say, we need to go out there. We need to get another guard. Tonight proves it. The turnovers leading to 47 points. But do you want the young guys to continue to get minutes and develop for a team that right now, they're 23 and 27. They're not a championship contender currently. They have to prove it still and move up in the play-in. Playoffs? Before we start talking about that, I mean, do you make a move to help yourself now, but it also lessens the impact of some of the young guys that could help them develop in future seasons? I don't know. That's a tough decision. We're going to find out in about 13 hours from now. It's up to Lawrence Frank in the front office. Clippers lose 124-91 to the Cleveland Cavaliers at home. Not Darius Garland's debut, nor James Harden's with the Cavaliers. Clippers' next game, Friday night in Sacramento. Tip-off at 7, pregame at 6. Before we get out of here, I do want to thank the Clippers organization, Ralph Lawler, Brian Seaman, Noah Eagle, Carlo Jimenez on the call. It was our man, David Bartley, head engineer tonight, Joey Kimball, lead statistician. Appreciate your chat. Appreciate the calls. I'm Adam Moslin. We'll talk to you tomorrow. I will be live during the trade deadline at noon Pacific time.
All right, take care.